to have achieved what I had set out for. I am not a magician. I have done my job, what I was tasked with, and for that I am very happy. Pakistan debutant Abrar Ahmed cast a spell over England on Friday, grabbing 7 wickets as the tourists were dismissed for 281 on the opening day of the second test in Multan. The 24-year-old, nicknamed Harry Potter by friends because he wears glasses similar to those of the fictional boy wizard, produced magic of his own to finish with 7 to 114. In reply, Pakistan were 107 to 2 at the close, with skipper Babar Azam unbeaten on 61 and Sod Shakil on 32, trailing by 174 runs. Of the 12 wickets that fell on the day, James Anderson was the only fast bowler to dismiss a batter when he found an edge off Pakistan opener Imam-ul-Haq, who departed without scoring. Abdullah Shafiq scored 14 before edging spinner Jack Leach to keeper Ollie Pope, but Azam and Shakil saw off the day with a third wicket unbroken stand of 56. The day belonged to the home team and Ahmed in particular. Under pressure to square the series, Azam's wish came true when the pitch took a turn from the outset. He brought on Ahmed in just the 9th over, and the spinner repaid him by bowling Crawley with a sharp incoming delivery, only his 5th ball in Test cricket. Ahmed then trapped Duckett and Root leg before, both given out only after Azam reviewed the on-field calls. He made it 167 to 5 when Pope and Brook miscued aggressive shots and were caught. Ben Stokes, 30, and Will Jacks, 31, defied the assault after lunch for a 61-run 6th wicket stand before Ahmed removed the England captain. Ben Duckett, 63, and Pope, 60, were the main scorers in an England innings that finished at the stroke of tea after skipper Stokes won the toss and decided to bat. Spinner Zahid Mahmood claimed the last 3 wickets to finish with 3 to 63. Ahmed's figures were the second best on debut by a Pakistan bowler, behind pacer Mohammad Zahid's 7 to 66 against New Zealand in Rawalpindi in 1996. He is the 13th Pakistan bowler to take 5 or more wickets in an innings on debut. England, on their first tour of Pakistan since 2005, lead the 3-match series 1-0 after winning the first test in Rawalpindi by 74 runs. Teams: England, Zach Crawley, Ben Duckett, Ollie Pope, Joe Root, Harry Brook, Ben Stokes, who was bowled by a stunning delivery that pitched outside leg stump and hit middle and off. Before the match, I said in an interview that Joe Root and Ben Stokes will be challenging, so it's great to have the wickets of both, said Abrar. Ben Stokes was my favourite wicket. He's my favourite player. Nominally a leg spinner, Abrar turns the ball both ways with an unconventional flick of his fingers. The variation he used to bowl Stokes and, earlier, Zach Crawley is often referred to as a car on ball. The leading wicket-taker in Pakistani domestic cricket this season, he was controversially left out of the first test in Rawalpindi, which England won by 74 runs. I was surprised when he wasn't given an opportunity in the first test, former Pakistan fast bowler Waqar Younis told Test Match Special. What a dream start. He's proven that he's something very unique and that he can survive in Test cricket. Opener Ben Duckett top scored for England with 63 from 49 balls before becoming Abrar's second victim. We tried to put him under pressure and he had a good day, said Duckett. It will be similar in the second innings. We're not going to look to pat him back. Everyone will have their own strategies. I'm sure in the second innings will come even harder. Pakistan moved to 107 to 2 by the close, 174 behind, with captain Babar Azam unbeaten on 61. Our 281 is pretty good, maybe a bit under par, said Duckett. "If we get a couple of wickets in the morning and keep them to a similar score or under, it will definitely be tricky scoring on that pitch. We just have to hang in there, try to restrict them as much as we can and hope wicket come in a cluster. I think it will be another exciting test." Victory will give England, holding a 1-0 lead in the 3-match series, their first Test series win against Pakistan outside the UK in 22 years. Multan pitch adds layer of intrigue. This was another helter-skelter day in what could eventually turn into a truly memorable series. Whereas England's thrilling first Test win came on an unresponsive pitch in Rawalpindi, the Multan surface spun from the outset and instantly added a layer of intrigue to the contest. Undeterred, or maybe even spurred on, by the conditions, England continued with their eagerness to attack with the bat, scoring at almost 5.5 runs an over. But they were checked by some beguiling bowling from Abrar, who delighted a home crowd that half-filled the vast Multan Stadium, a ground that has not hosted a Test for 16 years. Given the conditions, England's total could yet prove competitive. However, the tourists do seem to have misread the pitch. Leach opened the bowling, while seamer Ollie Robinson is yet to feature. Their chief concern will be how to remove the classy Barber, batting at number 3 after Pakistan made the big call to omit experienced former skipper Azhar Ali. This was a mesmerizing performance by the bespectacled Abrar, who came on after only 8 overs and bowled 22 consecutively until England were all out. Prolific in Pakistani domestic cricket this season and controversially left out of the team for the first Test, he countered England's aggression with flicks of the wrist and clicks of his fingers. Nominally a leg spinner, he turns the ball in the opposite direction by pushing it out of the front of the hand, often referred to as a car-on ball. It was with these deliveries that he claimed his most spectacular scalps. With his 5th ball in Test cricket, he bowled a bemused Zach Crawley with one that came back between bat and pad then, later, his 6th wicket stunned captain Ben Stokes. A geometry-defying delivery pitched outside the left-hander's leg stump and hit middle and off. In between, Duckett was LBW sweeping, Joe Root trapped on the back foot, Pope reverse swept to point and Harry Brook played a wild hack to be caught at mid-off. When Will Jacks was leg before sweeping, Abrar was on course for all 10 and a place alongside 3 other bowlers in Test cricket's most exclusive club. But Robinson skied to long off Sahid, who bowled both Leach and Anderson when they were attempting reverse sweeps, leaving Mark Wood unbeaten on 36 from 27 balls.